In January 2015, unexpected torrential rains wreaked havoc, causing heavy flooding in 15 of Malawi's 28 districts. These were the worst floods to have hit the country in more than 3 decades, killing over 200 people, leaving thousands homeless, and causing extensive damage to crops, livestock, and infrastructure, including schools and healthy facilities. According to UNICEF Malawi, a total of 740,000 people were affected, and out of these, 54% were children under the age of 18. When I first heard about the floods, the obvious thing that came to mind was wanting to document them. I knew I was about to record history. I knew I was going to be the eyes of those who could not make it to Chikwawa and other flood-affected areas physically. But I was scared to go. Although I was scared to go, the love that I have for photography and the respect I have for its ability to witness and tell stories beyond 1,000 words compelled me to go. And so on January 12, 2015, I packed my camera bag for the flood-affected areas, spending the next 3 days on the ground, in the mud, in the flooded waters, and sometimes on rooftops of submerged buildings, telling untold stories. You know, this was not obviously one of those fancy photo shoots that I do, but one that stimulated a multitude of thought on the plight of those affected, especially children. When I arrived in Chikwawa, I saw that children were the most confused and impacted of all the people that were affected. I could see the pain and the fear and the frustration in their eyes. I felt it and I saw it. You know, children had lost so much. Their parents, their shelter, and even their dignity. And the crumbling of education facilities, for instance, school blocks, meant that the children who are the future of Malawi had no hope of returning to their future anytime sooner. The paradox of it all is that most children see rain seasons as moments of fun. They dance in the rain and get soaked. But I know that never in their wildest dreams did these children think that the same rain could be an enemy, killing their parents, taking away, washing away their homes, and even flooding their playgrounds. And once again, this had a psychological toll, a great psychological toll on them. You know, when such floods happen, the obvious things that maybe people feared the most and talked about the most were extreme poverty and hunger. And that's true, because people had lost everything, including the money that was not kept in the bank. It was all gone. But with each and every photograph that I made in Chikwawa and other flood-affected areas, I noted that the lasting impact of the flood would come from what children went through. The dreams that were washed away, keeping them away from school. And the emotional effect that were probably going to stay with them forever. As the result of the floods, there are children who died. There are teen girls who were forced into early marriages for survival. There were boys and girls who could not sit for their primary school leaving certificate examinations, leaving them confused. As the future of our nation, the government of Malawi needs to double the attention it gives to children when disaster strikes. Those responding to disaster should prioritize children, bearing in mind child-friendly hygiene and child-friendly sanitation and hygiene facilities, among other things. But ensuring child safety and survival when disaster strikes is not enough. You and me should care about what would become of these children after they have survived such disasters. I would like to end by reminding you that it's almost a year and a half after the floods. Think about the children of Chikwawa, Palombe, Mulanje, and other affected areas. The question is, are they back to school? Maybe. And if they are back to school, do they have dreams? Of course, I know they have dreams. But what kind of dreams do these children have? Are there dreams of a brighter tomorrow or nightmares of yet another torturous time of devastating floods? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to Chikwawa for the sake of our children, the future of our nation. Thank you.